My guest this morning was the first woman to be named Entertainer of the Year by the Country Music Association and is the most awarded performer in the history of country music. For all her stature, she stands a mere 5 feet 2.5 inches, weighs 126 pounds, was married at 13, pregnant at 14, has 6 children. She is also a grandmother and is a self-made millionaire. And her story, Coal Miner's Daughter, is about to be made into motion picture. She is none other, as you can hear by that music, Loretta Lynn. Welcome to Good Morning America.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Good to be here. Last time we saw each other was on the Mike Douglas show.
Right.
A few years back.
Yeah, it's been too long, hasn't it?
That is true.
It really has.
Loretta, your story, Coal Miner's Daughter, is just about ready to be made into a film. If you were to write your own script, what would you highlight in your story? What do you think were really the most important things that happened in your life?
I probably think it would have been the hard times when I had the 4 kids growing up, you know, and I was growing up with them. That would probably be the highlight. That's what I would, you know, want the whole world to know, that it wasn't hard. When a girl gets married that young, she's the one that really, it's harder on, because I didn't only take care of the 4 kids and have the 4 kids. I was having to work too, cleaning the house for a neighbor. And I was bitter the whole time too, you know, because I thought, well, you know, it shouldn't be like this. If you've got 4 kids, one right after the other, the man should take care of you better. And of course, at his age too, he was, you know, liked to run around quite a bit. And
during that period, did you find yourself lonely?
Yes. During that period, you know, I write a lot of the songs, but you know, I tried so hard to write songs. I would sit outside the house at night and I would look at the moon and the stars and I'd think, I'm gonna write a song, you know. But I never could. I don't know, later when I did start writing, when I'm sad, if I was sad, I could not write a sad song. But if I'm happy, I can write a sad song. And if I'm sad, why, I'd write a happy song. I don't know why it's like that, but that's the way I am.
Is the film going to treat that aspect of your life?
I really don't know how they're going to do the film, you know. I know they started the 1st of October, and Sissy Spacek is the girl that's playing me, and Harrison Ford is playing my husband.
How does Mooney feel about Harrison Ford playing himself? Does he think he's the right person?
He's really thrilled. A lot of people say, hey, Mooney, he's going to steal the show. And I always say, Sissy Spacek will hang in there. Don't worry about that.
Getting married, though, at such a tender age, you obviously don't know much about life. How have you made this marriage last?
Well, I think, really, if you love one another and you get married, no matter what age you are, and you have your kids so young, I think you know what love is, and I think that's what made it last.
But you've had your problems, haven't you?
We had our problems, we sure did, but I don't know of anybody that hasn't.
Loretta, what keeps you going now? I mean, you're a very rich lady. You really don't have to work, I don't think, financially, do you?
No, I don't, but there is so many people depending on me, you know.
You know, we all use that excuse, but is it really the true excuse, or is it that you get such an unbelievable thrill by performing out there for the public that it's something like that you don't want to give up?
Well, that is the one thing I do enjoy, is doing my shows, but traveling, I hate it. And that I don't like at all. But when you, you know, you owe a lot to the public and your fans, because they've made you who you are. And you just can't forget that. You just can't say, hey, I'm quitting now. I've got all the money I need, to heck with you. I'm just not that kind of person.
Needless to say, in order to make a great motion picture, there have to be some extremely dramatic moments, I believe, in telling a story. What do you think those dramatic moments might really be?
Well, I think probably in the movie it will be funny and it will be sad. I read the first script, and it started out great, and it got greater, you know, and then it started kind of going down. The story wasn't as good. And they asked me what I thought, and that's what I told them. You know, it starts out too good to not end better, you know. So they rewrote it, and I haven't seen the last one, and I don't believe I want to see it, because if I did, I'd probably worry about it. I would probably play up the times that we fought and the times that we were loved, you know, that we were loving. You know, there's a lot of times that...
Was the fighting the sad part?
Yes, the fighting was a sad part.
Why do you think you fought?
Well, he wasn't quite ready to settle down either, you know, and of course he didn't have to. I'm the one that had to. You know, when you got 4 kids, you got to sit down and take care of them.
Do you think that's fair? Do you think it's fair that a man has the right, in a way, to kind of run around and do and strut his stuff?
Not really. I don't think it's fair, no. But what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. A lot of women are faced with that. What do you do about it?
Well, you can either leave or you can stay and talk about it. I think, well, I took the, you know, I loved him, and we did, you know, make it, so that's the important thing.
You think Mooney has changed? Do you think he's settled down?
Well, does a man ever settle down?
Yes, some men settle down when they got a little older and they've sowed enough wild oats, they say.
Well, how much older?
I don't know how old Mooney is right now. I just have a slight idea, so I think maybe if he hasn't, maybe another year or 2, and you'll be all right.
Well, you know, he has, really. And so we get along good.
Well, it's really been wonderful seeing you. I'm sorry our visit has been so short. I look forward to seeing your movie, and I thank you so much for coming to Good Morning America.
Thank you, Ronna.
Thank you.